You're looking at a man that has seizures and stutters and takes 17 pills a day to stay alive. This is TMP Enterprize podcast, where we talk about connecting to our natural self, connecting to the essence of self, connecting to life, period. All aspects of life. The ugly, the bad, the sad, the pretty, the gorgeous, all that good stuff. I'm going to be referring my followers as TMPs. TMP is the motivational producer. And I am TMP, the motivational producer. And you are TMP, the motivational producer for your life and your goals and your dreams. Today we're talking about complacent. A lot of people find themselves being complacent when they don't want to deal with what's in front of them. A lot of times I was complacent with having seizures and stuttering and going blind, but I never dealt with the problem. So most of me having seizures and stuttering and going blind was because of me not acting on it. Complacent is a word that we have to dive into. Let's break them down real quick. The prefix of complacent is calm. The prefix of complacent, the prefix of the calm, the beginning of it, means with, together, in association, with intense force. Completing is a great example. In Latin terms, calm means commit. The word calm, it means commit. Complacent is committing to that problem. Their problem has now become the person. Being blind and having seizures and stuttering has become me. But now I'm releasing it because it holds no more value. I don't want that in my life no more. The suffix of complacent is ENT. ENT just means performing an action. So we are performing some type of action when we are complacent. We just rebelling to our responsibilities. So being complacent is an action. That's the action. We're not tending to our responsibilities. So you are doing something. It's not like you're not doing nothing. You just being complacent with doing nothing. And that's not really progressing at all because you just okay with it. A lot of people that complain about things, oh, this is going on, oh, I ain't got no car, oh, I ain't got no ride. Those people are being complacent. They want to complain about it or just not even talk about it and just deal with it. I know me personally, I complain about, I don't really complain about it. It's more of like just talk about it. Oh, I ain't got a car, so I can't make it. Oh, I don't have, I got to catch the bus. I got to walk everywhere. I got to do this. I'm walking for exercise. Trying to stay in shape, so I rather have to walk than get a ride. To then have a ride. And that's not good. When I can just simply save for a car. I don't have money right now for a car. So right now I have to walk. Being honest. The root word of complacent is plank. That's a very important word because it sums up the whole meaning of it, right? Plank means to please. That's why people pop planks, because it's pleasing them. But that's besides the point. I don't do that in mess anyways. So we get pleased by not doing nothing. We get pleased to neglect our responsibility when we become complacent. So we have to get out of that mentality of being pleased with problems. It's not cool to have problems and not solve them. He already told us he's not going to give us more than we can bear. More than we can carry. My bad about that. You cannot be complacent and be okay. You cannot use complacent as progress. That's not progress. Talking a good game is not progress. Making excuses is not progress. So anytime you see the word plank inside of it, that means it's a pleasing word. And some words are good, like completing. That's a pleasing word. I like completing. Completing versus complacency. I'd rather complete something than be complacent with it. I'm being undone. I'd rather complete something than be complacent with something that's undone. We don't get a grade for incomplete work. So if you are the person that was in school that was complacent with a 0, a whole lot of incompletes on their progress report or their report card, this is for you. And this is the Plac word is found in the word complacent. To please. So sometimes people are pleasing to have their disorder or have their problems displayed. I have this, so I can't do that. There's been plenty of time when I was in class at school and I'm stuttering. Oh, ma'am, I can't read that because I stutter. They give you a cop-out because you stutter? No, you still got to do the work. Someone who is complacent has become overly content. Let me say it one more time. Someone who's complacent has become overly content. The junk food eating couch potato might be feeling complacent about their health. Complacent really means very pleased. That's all it really means. It's very, very pleased about what you got going on. But even though complacent people may seem pleased with themselves, the people looking outward are not pleased with them. The people that really rock with them, the people that really love them, care about them, are like, nah, that ain't it, bro. They are unconcerned by things that should concern them. They might neglect their duties. A complacent person might be heard saying, oh, don't worry about it, when there is really something to worry about. Do you know someone like that? To where they be like, I'm good, I'm cool. And their leg is just hanging off. They can't really walk. They good, just give some crutches. Nah, bro, you need to go to the doctor. Nah, I'm good. I just walk with one crutch. I'm good to go. Bro, like, come on. All right, fam, fuck it. That's cool. That's what you want to do. That's cool. Fuck it. I ain't tripping. We just rock with whatever they got going on. Fuck it. Hey, that's what you want to do. I'm with it. Words to look for when you are being complacent. Somebody asks you, like, what's going on with the goings on? You like, I'm not sure. Maybe in the future I will get to it. Someday I will get to it. In due time, the shit will happen. One day. Maybe tomorrow. Later on. Perhaps I might do it tomorrow. Or perhaps I might do it whenever I get a chance to. So that's whenever. Not yet. Another day. Maybe even next week. But I'm going to get to it. Those people are complacent. When you hear that kind of phrase come out their mouth, they're complacent. And I was that same person with those words coming out of my mouth when I was going through what I was going through. Being complacent is the worst thing that you can ever do. The opposite of complacent is being responsible. Learning how to respond to your problems. Tending to your problems. You're neglecting your responsibility when you're not responsible. So in all, you have to challenge yourself. We have to challenge ourselves. If not, complacency sets in and bad things happen to people that become complacent. So you don't want to be that person that bad things happen to because you became complacent. So I'm going to give you a visual mental analogy. I want you to follow me real quick. Follow me. This is your comfort zone. This little bubble to the left side of your head. You see that little bubble? That's your comfort zone. That's your comfort zone right there. Everything that you're comfortable with is in that bubble. And guess what? Complacent lives in that bubble. Outside of your comfort zone, it was the bubble on the outside of you, the right side of you, aka complacent. That bubble that's outside of your comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. I know it. I know it's not easy. But outside that comfort zone, it's where you can get shit done. Where shit can get moving. Because mind you, being complacent is moving towards nothing. Towards no solution. It's moving towards no progress. Henry Spencer said, progress requires setback. I'm going to say it one more time so you can really get that clarity. Henry Spencer said, progress requires setbacks. The only sure way to avoid failure is not to try. So if you are one of those people that are complacent with their problems, one of those people that don't want to progress in their life, that wants to progress, but the problem, you don't want to deal with the problem that's going to allow you to progress. Those people, you need to just sit down and just write down the things that are hindering you from handling that problem. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's talking to a relative that you really don't fuck with. Maybe you have children and you don't want to leave your children because it's going to take some time to heal. Maybe you got a 9-to-5 that you're putting more important than the complacent thing that is holding you back from growing. It's very important that you really dive into what's going on. Why am I not really tending to this? Why am I saying it's going to be okay? Yes, it's going to be okay if you handle it. Yes, it's going to be all right if you handle it. Yes, you're going to be just fine if you handle it. And if you're okay now, you're not going to be okay later if you don't deal with the problem. You won't deal with the thing that you're complacent with. The thing that you're practicing complacency with. You have to dive into that. Understand how hard it is to really deal with a problem. I dealt with it all my life. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And I want you to grow like grass in the spring, but you can't grow if you don't handle that. Handle that for real. So I just want y'all to understand, I love life. I love it. You should love it too. All my TMPs should love life and love being a motivational producer for their life. I want to be a motivational producer to help you get to where you want to be. Because this is my calling. I also have another podcast with my cousin, Kevin Hall. Mr. Better Me, Better You. It's called the Blood Brothers Podcast. That's more of a dive into the way I grew up, my culture, the background of where I came from. This podcast is basically more in depth. But I want you to have a marvelous, extravagant day. And don't forget to grow like grass in the spring. See you next week on next week's podcast episode. I love you much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
I need you to like, share, and comment. Have a marvelous, extravagant day. TMP, the motivational producer.
I want to touch on again, believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you build confidence and courage. You need both of them, yes. Hey, a wise person told me, hey, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. Nobody will believe in you like you believe in yourself. I promise you that. You know what's crazy? Most people expect other people to believe in them instead of them believing in themselves. You gotta believe in yourself first. In high school, Jordan didn't make the team, but he believed in now he the best player of all times and the best shoes you ever wore. One of the famous songs of all time is say, I can believe I can fly. He said I was on the verge to break it down, but then I thought believing I could soar the world. Hey, if you ain't hustling, you ain't living. To be the best, you gotta work overtime and believe in yourself. And believe you can fly and soar the world. You can't be successful if you only work when you feel like it. It don't work that way. It don't. I promise you, it don't. Heart. You need heart, love, all that good stuff. Overtime, baby. Wife, your kids, your family, overtime. Overtime, your husband, overtime. Your job, overtime. Your dream, overtime. For real. Like I always say, if you ain't hustling, you ain't living. To be the best, you gotta work overtime on that thing. You gotta push to the limit. Grow like grass in the spring. Don't give up. Don't give in. Have a marvelous, extravagant day and be safe. See you next podcast. See you next episode. Have a wonderful day.